dear children. How are you all? I hope all of you are doing well. Do you remember what we learned in last class? We learned the poem, the arrow and the song. Do you remember, children? Okay, today we are going to learn a play. Do you know what a play is? A play means a drama. We are going to learn a new drama. Now, I'll read the drama for you, children. Listen carefully. Chapter 15 The Keys to Heaven. Scene 1 Krishnadev Raya's court. Tenali Raman, Courtier 1 and Courtier 2 are waiting for the king. Suddenly, trumpets start to blow and the sound of drums is heard. Krishnadev Raya walks in. Good morning, Your Majesty. Good morning. Where are my ministers today? I want to discuss the new road project with them. Your Majesty, the ministers have gone to meet the great Sadhu who is visiting our kingdom. Sadhu? Who is this Sadhu? I haven't heard of him. Have you, Raman? Your Majesty, I heard some people talking about this Sadhu. He comes from the Himalayas. He can produce coins, ash and fruits from the air. Your Majesty, there is a long queue of devotees in front of his tent every day. They offer him gold coins, clothes, animals, grains, vegetables and fruits. He can cure illness by performing pujas. But you will need to pay him well for that. I see. I want to know more about that sadhu. You can go now. I have to discuss something with Raman. As you wish, Your Majesty. The courtiers leave. Raman, what do you think of this sadhu? Good sadhus never charge money for their service. We need to be wary of this man. Yes, Your Majesty. I smell a rat in this sadhu episode. I shall myself go to his camp and find out. Thank you, Raman. I look forward to hearing your report. Scene 2 The village. A sadhu with a long beard and wearing a saffron kurta is sitting on a platform under a tree. His eyes are closed. A crowd of people is waiting for him to open his eyes and bless them. Tenali Raman enters and stands among the people. The great saint is opening his eyes. Everyone bows to the sadhu. Your Holiness, please accept the sack of rice as my humble offering for you. Advise me, my lord, how can I get rich? The sadhu gives a meaningful glance to his assistant standing beside him. The assistant lifts the sack and takes it away. My child, you have pleased me. I will definitely make you rich. To begin with, we need to perform a puja at your house. Thank you, Your Holiness. Please tell me what I need to do. Dear child, give me 2 gold coins towards expenses for the puja. Most certainly, my lord. Raman watches as the villager takes out 2 gold coins and gives to the sadhu. The sadhu promptly pockets the coin and blesses the villager. Raman jostles his way through the crowd towards the sadhu and falls at his feet. Your Holiness, you are the great saint in the world. Bless me, O Supreme Saint. Get up, my child, you are a true devotee. I shall perform my puja to make you live young for 200 years. For that you need to give me. As the sadhu speaks, Raman jumps forward and plucks out a hair from the sadhu's beard. Ah! I am the luckiest man in the world. The hair from the great saint's beard has the power to take us directly to heaven. He is such a holy man. Every hair of his is a key to heaven. I'd rather go to heaven than get rich in the world, Your Holiness. Allow me to pluck a hair as well. The villager plucks a hair despite the sadhu's protest. He lets out another cry of pain. One more for me too. People crowd around the sadhu and he screams loudly, "Oh God, stop it, you fools! My Lord, please do not deny your devotees the keys to heaven." The sadhu tries to escape. He falls down. People wouldn't let him go. He somehow manages to wriggle out, leaving pieces of his torn shirt in the hands of the devotees. He runs for his life. People chase him. I hope you know now how holy this sadhu was. He wanted only your money and gifts. All of us can get rich by working hard. We don't need to pay sadhus and holy men for that. Oh, my 2 gold coins. Don't worry. The king's men will arrest the impostor. Everyone will get their money back. Raman goes back to the court and tells the king the whole story. Now, I'll explain the drama for you children. So, the name of our drama or the name of our play is The Keys to Heaven. The Keys to Heaven. Now, listen carefully children. As I told you before, this is a play, isn't it? This is a drama. In a drama or in a play, there will be many characters. Now look here children. The names of the characters in this play are written here. Look here. The first one is Krishna Devaraya. The first one is Krishna Devaraya. The first character in this play is Krishna Devaraya. Now see the second one. It is Tenali Rama. Tenali Rama is the second character. And the third one is a sadhu. Next we have courtier 1, courtier 2, villager 1 and villager 2. So children, we have all these characters in our play. Krishna Devaraya is a king. He is the king of a place named Vijayanagara. The name of the place is Vijayanagara and Krishna Devaraya is the king of that place. What is the name of that place? The name of that place is Vijayanagara. Look here children. Vijayanagara. Krishna Devaraya is the king of Vijayanagara. And the second one is Tenali Rama. Do you know who is Tenali Rama? Tenali Rama is a poet at Krishna Devaraya's court, famous for his intelligence and wit. So, Tenali Rama is a poet. He is a poet and he has the ability to use words and ideas to create humor. He is a poet. Also, he has humor sense. He is very funny. He creates ideas and words that consist of humor. So children, now we know 2 characters in this play. The first one is Krishna Devaraya. He is the king of the place Vijayanagara. The second one is his court member Tenali Rama. Tenali Rama is a poet and he is Krishna Devaraya's court member. Now the third one is a sadhu. Who is a sadhu? Here a sadhu is a holy man who is visiting Vijayanagara. When we learn this drama, you will understand who is this sadhu. The sadhu is a holy man who is visiting the country Vijayanagara. Next we have courtier 1. Courtier is the court member of the king. He is a member in the king's court. We have courtier 1, then courtier 2 and villager 1, also villager 2. So children, these are the people who are the characters in this play. What is the name of our play? The Keys to Heaven. Now listen carefully children. We learn the play. Scene 1. Krishna Devaraya's court. So children, this is a play and plays are written scene by scenes. So children, we are going to learn the first scene. Scene 1, Krishna Devaraya's court. Tenali Rama, courtier 1 and courtier 2 are waiting for the king. Suddenly, trumpets start to blow and the sound of drums is heard. Krishnadev Raya walks in. So children, this is the first scene. So, the scene of Krishnadev Raya's court is shown. Who all are there? Tenali Rama, courtier 1 and courtier 2 are waiting for the king. What is the name of the king? Krishnadev Raya. So children, Tenali Rama, courtier 1 and courtier 2 are waiting for Krishnadev Raya, the great king. Suddenly, trumpets start to blow and the sound of drums is heard. Krishnadev Raya walks in. So suddenly, what happened? The musical instruments made sounds and Krishnadev Raya, the great king, walks in. Rama and the courtiers bowing. Good morning, your majesty. So children, when the king came in, Rama, who is Rama? Tenali Rama, and the courtiers bowed their head like this. They bowed their head and they addressed the king. Your majesty. What is the meaning of your majesty? Your majesty is a way of addressing king or a queen. So they will show the respect and call the king your majesty. They will address the king your majesty. So children, when the king walked in, Tenali Rama and the courtiers bowed their head. They bent like this and then they addressed the king, your majesty. Krishnadev Raya raising his hands to greet them. Krishnadev Raya raised his hands and then he told, good morning. Where are my ministers today? I want to discuss the new road project with them. So the king wished everyone good morning. He raised his hand and said good morning. And after that he is asking, where are my ministers today? So children, in a king's palace or in a king's court, there will be many ministers. So with these ministers, the king will discuss everything for the development of their country. I want to discuss the new road project with them. So the king is telling that, where are my ministers today? I want to discuss with them about the new road project. Courtier 2. Your Majesty, the ministers have gone to meet the great sadhu who is visiting our kingdom. So that time, Courtier 2 said that, Your Majesty, the ministers have gone to meet the great sadhu who is visiting our kingdom. So Courtier 2 told that there is a sadhu in this kingdom and all our ministers have gone to see the sadhu. Krishnadev Raya, surprise. Sadhu? Who is this sadhu? I haven't heard of him. To Rama. Have you, Rama? So the king is surprised to hear that a sadhu has visited the kingdom. So surprisingly, he is asking, Sadhu, who is this sadhu? He don't know who is the sadhu. So he is asking, who is sadhu? I haven't heard of him. He is telling that I haven't heard of any sadhus. To Rama, he is asking, have you, Rama? So the King Krishnadev Raya is asking to Tenali Rama whether he know about the sadhu. Rama, with a naughty smile. What is the meaning of naughty? Naughty means mischievous. What is the meaning of naughty? Naughty means mischievous. mischievous. How can we pronounce it, children? Mischievous. Mischievous. So, Tenali Rama, with a naughty smile, he told, Your Majesty, I heard some people talking about this sadhu. He comes from the Himalayas with the gestures of a magician. He can produce coins, ash, and fruits from the air. So Rama is telling to the king that, Your Majesty, King, I have heard some people talking about this sadhu. So he also, yes, he also heard some people talking about this sadhu. He comes from the Himalayas. So Rama is telling to our king that the sadhu comes from the Himalayas. He can produce coins, ash, and fruits from the air. So Rama is telling that the sadhu has some magical powers. He can make, yes, he can make coins, ash, and fruits from the air. Courtier 1. Your Majesty, there is a long queue of devotees in front of his tent every day. They offer him gold coins, clothes, animals, grains, vegetables, and fruits. So children, Courtier 1 is telling that, Your Majesty, there is a long queue in front of his tent. So this sadhu is living in a small tent, and the Courtier 1 is telling that there is a long queue of devotees. So many people are going there to see the sadhu. There is a long queue of devotees. What is the meaning of devotees? What is the meaning of devotees, children? Devotees means followers. Devotees means followers. So, Courtier 1 is telling that there is a long queue of devotees. There is a long queue of people who believe sadhu, and they are standing in front of the sadhu's tent. The sadhu is living in a tent, and there is a long queue of devotees in front of his tent. They offer him gold coins, clothes, animals, grains, vegetables, and fruits. So, when the sadhu shows some magical powers, people offer him gold coins, then clothes, animals, grains, vegetables, and fruits. Courtier 2. He can cure illness by performing pujas, but you will need to pay him well for that. So children, Courtier 2 is telling that he can cure illness by performing pujas. He can cure diseases by doing some pujas, but you will need to pay him well for that. He can cure diseases, but you have to pay him well. That means you have to give money. Krishna Dev Raya, the king, thinking, I see, I want to know more about this sadhu. To the courtiers, you can go now. I have to discuss something with Rama. So when the courtiers told all these things, the king is thinking. After thinking, he told that, yes, I want to know more about this sadhu. Now you can go. So he told that, I just want to know more about this sadhu. And he told the courtiers to leave the court. Then he told that, I have something to discuss with Rama. So the king is going to discuss something with his poet Rama. Courtiers 1 and 2, as you wish, your majesty. So when the king ordered to move from there, courtier 1 and 2 bowed their head and told like this, as your wish, majesty. Then the courtiers left. Krishna Dev Raya, a serious expression on his face. Rama, what do you think of the sadhu? Good sadhus never charge money for their service to the people. We need to be wary of this man. So Krishna Dev Raya felt something suspicious about this sadhu. Now he has some doubts. So he is telling to Rama that, what do you think of this sadhu? Good sadhus never charge money for their service to the people. So the king is telling that if he is a good sadhu, he will not take money from his followers. We need to be wary of this man. Wary. What is the meaning of wary? W-A-R-Y means cautious. What is the meaning of wary? Wary means cautious. That means careful. So the king is telling to Rama that we have to be careful about this man. Something is not right about him. Rama: yes, your majesty, I smell a rat in the sadhu episode. I smell a rat. What is the meaning of smell a rat? Smell a rat means suspect that something is wrong. Smell a rat. This is a phrase, children. Smell a rat means suspect that something is wrong. Suspect that something is wrong. What is the meaning of smell a rat? Smell a rat means suspect that something is wrong. So Rama also has some doubts about the sadhu. So he's telling that, yes, your majesty, I smell a rat in the sadhu episode. So in this event, I also have some doubts. I feel that something is not right. I shall myself go to his camp and find out. Then Rama told that I am going to see the sadhu. Then I'll find out what is the suspicious thing. Krishna Dev Raya: thank you, Rama. I look forward to hearing your report. Look forward means feel excited to know something that is going to happen. So the king told that I look forward to. That means, yes, I will wait here, and when you come back, you have to give me the news. So now Krishna Dev Raya, the king, is very interested to know the fact. Now here is the second scene. Now we are going to learn scene 2. So children, we have seen that now Rama is going to meet the sadhu. Here is scene 2. Now we are going to learn scene 2. The village. A sadhu with a long beard and wearing a saffron kurta is sitting on a platform under a tree. His eyes are closed. A crowd of people is waiting for him to open his eyes and bless them. Tenali Rama enters and stands among the people. So children, this is scene 2. And in scene 2, we can see that a village. A village we can see. A sadhu with a long beard and wearing a saffron kurta is sitting on a platform under a tree. In scene 2, we can see a sadhu and he is having a long beard and wearing a saffron kurta. What is saffron, children? Saffron is a color. S-A-F-F-R-O-N. Saffron is a color, a bright orange yellow color. A bright orange yellow color. So children, saffron is a bright orange yellow color. So we have seen that many saints are wearing this color. So children, in scene 2, we can see a village, a sadhu with a long beard and wearing a saffron kurta is sitting on a platform under a tree. So where is he sitting? He is sitting under a tree on a platform. His eyes are closed. So he closed his eyes. A crowd of people is waiting for him to open his eyes and bless them. So in front of him, a crowd of people is waiting. So many people are waiting there. They want the Sadhu to open his eyes and bless them. Tenali Rama enters and stands among the people. So there is a crowd of people. Tenali Rama also entered and stood in the middle of that crowd. So many people are waiting to see the Sadhu. Villager 1. The great saint is opening his eyes. Everyone bows to the Sadhu. So one villager told that the great saint is opening his eyes. He is opening his eyes. Everyone bows to the Sadhu. They showed respect. Villager 2, carrying a large sack. He puts it in front of the Sadhu. Your Holiness, please accept this sack of rice as my humble offering to you. Advise me, my lord, how can I get rich? Children, soon another villager comes to see the Sadhu. He has a large sack. He is carrying a large sack. He puts it in front of the Sadhu. So he has a large sack with him. He puts it in front of the Sadhu. Then he is calling him, Your Holiness, please accept this sack of rice as my humble offering to you. Advise me, my lord, how can I get rich? So, what is the meaning of Your Holiness? The way of addressing a religious leader. So, Your Holiness is same like Your Majesty. So, Your Majesty is the way of addressing a king or queen. Your Holiness is the way of addressing a religious leader. So, he is a saint, right? So, the villager is calling him, Your Holiness, please accept this sack of rice. I have a big sack of rice. Please accept it and then bless me. This is a humble offering to you. I am giving this to you. And advise me, my lord, how can I get rich? So what is his purpose? He gave a big sack of rice to the Sadhu and then he is asking, please advise me, how can I get rich? The Sadhu gives a meaningful glance to his assistant standing beside him. The assistant lifts the sack and takes it away. So the sack is taken away by the Sadhu's assistant. Sadhu, my child, you have pleased me. I will definitely make you rich. To begin with, we need to perform a puja at your house. So children, the Sadhu told that definitely you can become rich. I will make you rich. But we have to perform a puja at your house. Villager 2, thank you, Your Holiness. Please tell me what I need to do. So the villager is very happy. The Sadhu will go to his home. The Sadhu will go to the villager's home so that he is very happy and he is asking that, please do tell me what should I do. Sadhu, dear child, give me 2 gold coins towards expenses for the puja. So the Sadhu is telling that we have to perform a puja at your house, but you have to give me 2 gold coins towards the expense of the puja. We have to buy so many things for the puja. For that, you have to give me 2 gold coins. Villager 2, most certainly, my lord. That means definitely I will give 2 gold coins. Rama watches as the villager takes out 2 gold coins and gives to the Sadhu. The Sadhu promptly pockets the coin and blesses the villager. Rama jostles his way through the crowd towards the Sadhu and falls at his feet. And what happened, children? Suddenly, the villager gave 2 gold coins to the Sadhu. He took it and kept it in his pocket. The gold coin he took, and then what happened? He blesses the villager. The saint, the Sadhu, blessed the villager. Rama jostles his way through the crowd towards the Sadhu and falls at his feet. What is the meaning of jostles? Jostles means pushes the crowd roughly. What is the meaning of jostles? Jostles means pushes the crowd roughly. Pushes the crowd roughly. So he moved to the saint by pushing the crowds roughly. And then what happened, children? He falls at the saint's feet. When he reached in front of the sadhu, he just fell down on the sadhu's feet. Rama prostrating. What is the meaning of prostrating? Prostrating means, children, lying the face downwards to show respect. He just bent down his head to show the respect. So he bent down his head and he is talking to the saint. Your Holiness, you are the greatest saint in the world. Bless me, O Supreme Saint. So Rama is speaking to the saint. He is telling that, Your Holiness, you are the greatest saint in the world. So you are a powerful man. You are the greatest saint in this world. Bless me, O Supreme Saint. Sadhu, highly pleased. Now he is very happy. Get up, my child. You are a true devotee. What is the meaning of devotee? Devotee means follower. We have already learned it. Now the sadhu is telling that, get up, my dear child. You are a true follower. I shall perform a puja to make you live young for 200 years. For that, you need only to give me. As the sadhu speaks, Rama jumps forward and plucks out a hair from the sadhu's beard. What happened, children? Now the sadhu, the saint, is very happy. So the sadhu is telling that, my dear child, you are a true devotee. Now I shall bless you to live for 200 years. For that, we have to, when he was about to say, suddenly Rama jumped and plucked a hair from his beard. What happened, children? When the devotee was about to speak, Rama jumped and plucked a hair from his beard. Cries in pain. The sadhu is having heavy pain right now. Rama plucked a hair from his beard and now sadhu is crying in pain. Rama doesn't listen to the sadhu's cries. He holds the hair up proudly and addresses the crowd. I am the luckiest man in the world. So the sadhu's hair is now in Rama's hands. Now he took it and raised to the crowd and he is telling that, I am the luckiest man in the world. The hair from this great saint's beard has the power to take us directly to heaven. Now he is telling that, I have the saint's hair with me and this hair is very powerful. This hair has the power to take us directly to heaven. He is such a holy man. Every hair of his is a key to heaven. So children, Rama is now telling that this saint is a super powerful man. His hair also has this power and this hair has the power to take us to heaven. And what is the meaning of heaven? Heaven is a place where people go after they are dead. So children, it is believed that people who are doing good deeds will only go to heaven. So Rama is telling to other villagers that this hair is very powerful. This hair has the power to take us directly to the heaven. He is such a holy man. Every hair of his is a key to heaven. So he is telling that the saint's hair is a key to heaven. Villager 2. I'd rather go to heaven than get rich in this world. Your Holiness, allow me to pluck a hair as well. So children, the next villager also told that, oh, I don't want to be rich. I also want to go to heaven. So please allow me to get a hair from your beard. The villager plucks a hair despite the sadhu's protest. He lets out another cry of pain. So this villager also plucked a hair from the sadhu's beard. Now the sadhu is crying out of pain. Villager, one for me too. Another villager is also telling that I also need one. People crowd around the sadhu and he screams loudly. So what happened, children? All the villagers are crowded there and they are plucking the sadhu's beard hair. Sadhu, oh God, stop it, you fools. Rama, trying hard to hide his laughter. My Lord, please do not deny your devotees the key to heaven. So, children, Rama is very wise. He is very wise. He was just tricking. What happened, children? He simply told that the beard is the key to heaven. All the poor villagers believed that and they started plucking the sadhu's hair from the beard. Now the sadhu is crying and crying. Oh God, stop it, you fools. Now he is telling, please do stop it. Please stop it, fools. Now Rama is laughing. He is trying hard to hide his laughter. My Lord, please do not deny your devotees the key to heaven. So now Rama is telling to the sadhu that please don't deny. What is the meaning of deny? Deny means refuse. Deny means refuse. So Rama is telling that please do not deny your devotees keys to the heaven. So he is telling that the sadhu's hair is the key to heaven and he is telling to the sadhu that please don't deny, please don't refuse your devotees key to the heaven. The sadhu tries to escape. He falls down. People wouldn't let him go. He somehow manages to wriggle out, leaving pieces of his torn shirt in the hands of the devotees. He runs for his life. People chase him. So what happened, children? The crowd of people is now around him and they are plucking the sadhu's hair. Now he is trying to escape from there. Now Rama is talking to the villagers. I hope you now know how holy this sadhu was. He wanted only your money and gifts. All of us can get rich by working hard. We don't need to pay sadhus and holy men for that. So children, now Rama is telling to the villagers that he was not a real sadhu. If you want to be rich, you should work hard. He's telling that if you want to be rich, you have to work hard. For that, we should not offer money or gifts to sadhus or any holy people. Villager 2. Oh, my 2 gold coins. So children, the villager 2 had already given 2 gold coins to the sadhu. Rama, don't worry, the king's men will arrest the impostor. So he's telling that, don't worry, you will get back your gold coins. The king's men, the soldiers, are going to arrest the impostor. Who is an impostor? Impostor means someone who pretends to be someone else in order to cheat. So what is the meaning of impostor? Impostor means a cheater. So Rama is telling that you don't need to worry. You will get back your gold coins. King's soldiers will arrest that cheater. Everyone will get their money back. Rama goes back to the court and tells the king the whole story. So children, now all the villagers are happy. Rama is also happy. He found out the truth. Now he went to Krishna Dev Raya's court, and what happened? Then he told the whole story to the king. Did you understand, children? How was the story? Did you enjoy it? Now we are going to do an activity. Are you ready, children? Listen carefully. Activity A1. Write whether the following statements are true or false. So children, we have 3 statements here. Now we will read this and then we will find out whether the statement is true or false. See the first one, children. The sadhu had many devotees. Yes, we learned in the chapter the sadhu had many devotees. So the statement is true. We can write here true. Now see the next one. Krishna Dev Raya wanted to meet the sadhu. Is it true or false? This is false. Krishna Dev Raya's poet Tenali Rama wanted to meet the sadhu. So we can write here false. Look here, children. False. Now see the third one. Tenali Rama had no respect for the sadhu. Is it true or false? Yes, this is true. Tenali Rama didn't have respect for the sadhu. Instead, he knew that the sadhu was not a real saint. So we can write here true. Tenali Rama had no respect for the sadhu. Now, see the next one, children. We are going to do activity A2. Now look here. Who said the following? Good sadhus never charge money for their service to the people. Who said this, children? Yes, we know that Krishna Dev Raya said this. We can write here Krishna Deva Raya. Krishna Deva Raya. So look here, children. Who said this? Krishna Dev Raya said this. Now see the next one. Advise me, my lord, how can I get rich? Who said this, children? Yes, the second villager. The second villager. The second villager. Now see the third one. I am the luckiest man in the world. Who said this, children? Yes, we know that Tenali Rama said this. Tenali Rama said this. I am the luckiest man in the world. Did you understand, children? Now, I'll give you a homework. Look here, children. Vocabulary part. B1. Can you identify the colors named below? Read the list of colors given below and write the name of the color near each color box. So children, we have a box here and the names of some colors are written here. Also, we have some color boxes. So children, you have to find out the right color from these boxes and write their names below them. Did you understand, children? Now, here is the second homework for you, children. Find from the lesson words that mean the following. So we have 5 sentences here. A country ruled by a king. What is the word? What is the word set for a country ruled by a king? Do you know what is the answer, children? We learned it in our story. Yes, what is the answer? Kingdom. We can write here kingdom. Like this, you have to do rest of these sentences as your homework. So children, you have 2 homework, activity B1 and B2. Children, you have one more homework. So we learned a lot of new words and their meanings. Now you have to write all these new words and their meanings in your notebook. Also, you have to learn them. So children, once you do all these homeworks, take a photograph and upload it in school WhatsApp group. See you in next class, children. Thank you.
Purnodaya Vidyanike